Howdy BL fans, Spideera here. I have another ranking review for you, and this one is for Tharn Type. Tharn Type is named after the two main characters who make up the story. They are both guys who are in college, they're college roommates. Tharn is a sexy drummer who is gay, and Type is a soccer playing cutie who hates gays. So, with that in mind, let me save you some time so you'll know if this is one that you really want to watch. So, what do you need to know? First off, this is an older series. It was aired about 10 years ago. So, on the plus side, that means that there was a lot less censoring from what you're going to get in a lot of the more modern shows. I guess it was kind of before censors knew what BL was. Anyway, but this review is based on the original uncut version. Now, the series that I'm listing in the playlist, it was made for YouTube, so they cut a little bit, but they didn't cut like a ton of it, so you still get the original storyline. It doesn't stray off too far. But I will admit it's not quite as hot as the original, so if you can find the original, please do. You'll enjoy it. But yeah, this is the YouTube version. This playlist includes season 1 and season 2. Both seasons contain about 12 episodes, and each of those episodes runs for about an hour each. The series comes out of Thailand. There are English subtitles, and the subtitles for this are really pretty good. As in, you will have to turn them on, but they stay very close to helping you understand what's going on in the story. For the US observers, this would be considered rated R. It's also NSFW, which in the US means it is not safe for work. At least the ones I've seen so far, this is not something you want to have playing when you are supposed to be working. Now, at the time of this video, all the known episodes were placed in the playlist. Now, I think there's a special episode. I don't have it in the playlist at the moment. If I find it on YouTube somewhere, then I will add that one as well. The videos in the playlist are owned by a company called Me Mind Y, so they are not mine. So if you have questions or issues regarding the film or how to get a copy and all that, you need to go to their channel, because any questions or issues that you may have needs to be addressed to them. Please consider subscribing to their channel so that they will continue to provide more content like this, because, well, I'm not a creator of content, at least not that kind. So yeah, let's keep it going. So to give you a brief overview and a quick summary, kind of, some details here. This is a story about a guy who hates gays, and he discovers that his roommate is gay. It's an enemies to lovers story in which the two guys butt heads constantly. Now, Time, who's the soccer player who hates gays, he shows his disdain for gay people, and Tharn spends most of his time attempting to prove that there's nothing wrong with his lifestyle. The actors are very attractive, and the story itself is fast-paced and it's engaging. So it's not one of those where you're going to have to, skip a few episodes to get to the next good episode. No, they do a stellar job of keeping your interest and making sure you can enjoy the film overall. Now, what is my actual rating for this one? I'd say this one is a beyond perfect 10. If I could give it a higher rating, I would, but in staying with the rating system I created from 0 to 10, I have to stop with 10, and this one is a 10. It's become one of my favorites. I've watched it multiple times. It meets all the criteria for what I consider a 10 to be. The guys are manly, they're great to look at, the story is beautifully executed, the production itself is high quality, the music and everything. And the chemistry between the actors is spot on. That includes, by the way, the supporting characters, whose presence in this show is relevant and it helps to build context for the story. This is one of the few BLs where especially out of Thailand, that seamlessly goes from season 1 to season 2 with the same actors, storyline, and themes. So it makes it worth watching. Like, you don't have to guess who is who or try to figure out how come there was a dad in season 1 and season 2 there's not, or vice versa. They do an excellent job of sticking with the original narrative and still pulling you into the next season where you can just enjoy it as if, it's all one big movie. And to the biggest question of all, will you like it? Well, this is a BL, and I think most BL fans will more than likely enjoy it. However, in my opinion, this is not really a BL, it's more of a yaoi. And yes, I do see yaoi as different from BL. Yaoi, in my opinion, is typically a bit more hardcore, especially in the bedroom behavior, whereas BL is more of a romantic love story. So what I mean by that is, if you're looking at a yaoi, you're usually talking about a story in which one or more of the characters is not gay, and they're trying to figure out how to deal with a person who is. So you've got a lot of touching and pushing and growling and throwing each other around versus hand-holding and let's go on a date. The yaoi aspect kind of pushes you further away from romance and more into sex, whereas BLs are more romantic with all the, let's throw water at each other at the pool and, shit like that. Now, will you like this one? Well, it depends. If you don't like violence, if you don't like the emotional roller coaster rides, if you don't like, non-con, which stands for non-consensual behavior, if you don't like lewd commentary, if you don't really like boys being boys, the masturbating, the sex jokes, the drinking, then you could find this one a little bit disturbing. There's some romance in here, but it's very little. Most of the time, the characters are rather blunt, and they are direct and to the point. There's really no fluff and butter with this one. Some of the conversations even can get a little bit, I like them, but I'm not saying you will. But some of the conversations are going to sound a bit like, hey, want to fuck? And the other guy's like, yeah, sure, whatever. This is not one that has the hemming and hawing and pretending they don't know what an erection is or they don't know what a penis is. These are, real college guys who are not going to have that conversation about, sex. They just do it, It's like, anyway, this is one of those films where the guys do what guys do. So they're going to overeat. They're going to be clueless about other people's feelings and emotions. They annoy each other. In many cases, they egg each other on for all the wrong reasons. So if that's the kind of story you like, then you'll love this one. If those are the kinds of stories that, really rub you the wrong way, then you're seriously going to hate this. Overall, in my opinion, it is an excellent presentation of real college guys. Guys that are navigating, the waters of love and lust and uncertainty. And they put just enough of the fun stuff to make your, to wake up your senses a little bit and give you just enough, but not too much. That's just my opinion. Now, as far as I'm concerned, as I reiterated, because this is one of my favorites, I consider this to be all around a perfect presentation, but I understand that my opinion might not reflect yours. So, it's my suggestion. For this one, watch episode 1. If you can get through that one and enjoy it, then be ready for more of the same, because this one kind of follows that same narrative. Like, they hit you hard in episode 1 to let you know what you can expect through all the remaining 23 episodes. So, if you like it, you'll love it. And if you don't, then you won't. But this is Spideera signing off, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to tell a friend.